going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Dr. Leanna, owner of ChiroFit, and today I'm going to be talking about spondylolisthesis, and I'm going to say spondy just for short because I don't want to continue to say that long word. Now, personally, I have experienced it. I've had it pretty much since I was an adolescent, a teenager. That's pretty much how I got into chiropractic. I was going through like tons of low back pain as like a young kid, and it sucked. It sucked really bad. I couldn't play sports for like a year just because I couldn't walk. The pain was just like so intense. I'll vividly like always remember this. Like, I was getting treated by a chiropractor. It wasn't like going too well. They didn't take x-rays for some reason that I can't comprehend. Like, looking back, it's like if I was the doctor in that situation, I would have taken x-rays. Like, if someone's not getting better, obviously, especially if someone's that young, something's not right. But I remember getting up one morning and getting ready for school, and as soon as I got out of the shower to try to get myself dressed, I physically could not get myself dressed because there was just like shooting pain anytime I'd like bend my neck down, and I was just like, I remember calling my mom just bawling because I was fed up with being in so much pain. So I went to a different chiropractor. They took x-rays, and I had a spondylolisthesis. Now, there's different grades, there's different types. The specific type I have and still kind of have is a grade 1. It's based on how far L5, that vertebrae, slips off your sacrum. So that's basically what a spondy is. That's what I'm gonna call it, spondy. Is where L5 kind of scoots a little bit forward on your sacrum, just to put it in easy terms. So mine is just grade 1, meaning that that's how far it slipped forward. If it's grade 2, it slipped forward just a little bit farther. And specifically, there's different reasons why it goes forward. And for me, it was because I had a stress fracture through my pars. So meaning I wouldn't specifically say like it's broken, your back's broken, but it's just a little hairline stress fracture that causes that vertebrae to slip forward. And it was causing a lot of pain because it was putting pressure on the disc, on the nerves, and that's why I was experiencing so much pain. And usually how I get treated is side posture. Like, I think there's contraindications to adjusting someone with a spondylolisthesis with side posture, but even when I tell people that, they're like, you could adjust it that way, but it's never caused me any discomfort. It actually is very relieving. A lot of times people get adjusted from the front to like push it back with like a drop piece, but I've never really done that. I've done it like once, but personally I just like to be adjusted in side posture. So I'm gonna actually pull up my x-rays on the screen here. I'm gonna look at them on my laptop as well, but let's see here. You can see the one where I'm pointing with my finger, how L5 is shifted forward just a little bit. It definitely should not look like that. And then as well too, you can see, I'll pull up the next one, the disc space is a lot smaller compared to the ones above it, which is what generally, if my low back does flare up, that's the reason why that disc just gets irritated. Sometimes I'll get like a little tingling going down my leg. But for the most part, it's manageable. I don't think it's ever something I'm going to be able to fix. Some people, like, I've heard people claim that a doctor has fixed it for them. I'm not necessarily sure how they would do that, but whatever. If they say it, fix it. But yeah, I think it's just something that I have to manage for the rest of my life, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So spondies usually occur, not always. There's different ways it can happen. It can happen from disease. It can happen from trauma. It can happen from a few different things. But mine, in my case, was because I was young. I was still developing. I was very active in a bunch of different sports, overextending quite a bit, and I think over just that repetitive stress is what caused that stress fracture. And actually the same exact thing happened to my sister. She has the same thing going on too. Our x-rays are like almost identical. It's kind of freaky, but it definitely is like genetic. It'll like run in your family. So I took x-rays on her as well just to see what's going on. Because the other chiropractor she was seeing while I was still in school told her that she fractured her low back. And I'm like, why would you tell someone that? Because it really freaks them out. She was like freaked out. And I was like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay. And you'll hear that all the time too, like if you're watching like sports, like they'll be like, so-and-so broke their back. It's just like, that's not what happened, but it's kind of funny. If you guys have any comments or questions, just put them down below. I'll try to answer them the best I can. But yeah, that is what a spondy is. There's different types, there's different causes for it, and mine specifically happened when I was kind of a teenager. I was like in high school, I'd say early high school, when it was really bad. But yeah, it's not fun, it's painful. So anytime I get like a young kid, especially a girl that's like in gymnastics or dance or something, and I can tell they're like super overextended through their low back, I'm like, this is what's going on. And I think at that early stage you can prevent it a little bit more. So I wish I had that, but unfortunately I didn't. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of my sad story and talk. I think I'll adjust my sister here later as well in the video. I actually had clips that I deleted, all of them. I've done that twice this week. I don't know why I keep doing it. I keep deleting stuff that I haven't uploaded yet, of me getting adjusted by another chiropractor, so I'll just have to redo it. Super annoying. I don't know why I do the things I do. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for the adjustment. I do the same thing with my sister. I put her in side posture. She doesn't have an issue with it either. I just am a little bit more cautious on the side where she has the stress fracture too, because hers is a little bit newer than mine. She experienced hers like a couple of years ago during like powerlifting, which again, kind of like stress induced, meaning that all that weight and pressure was like kind of causing that discomfort in her low back. As for me, it was more when I was younger, active in all those sports, continuous stress on my body then. So yeah, it can really appear anytime in life. But yeah, I adjust her pretty much the same way I adjust myself. Well, I don't adjust myself, but you get the point. Put her in side posture, do some muscle work on her glutes and hips. That always helps. So stay tuned for that. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you are not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, we are back to adjust my sister. Everyone can now watch the videos again. Okay, turn to the side. I talked earlier about spondies. Just stand normal. Okay, you're totally normal? Yeah. Okay, so a big thing with spondies is the overextension through the lumbar spine. It puts a lot of pressure on this L5 sacrum, that disc space there. So I always tell people, squeeze your butt. Now tuck it. Are you squeezing your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, that's good, yeah. Just to help reverse the curve.
You can't walk around like this.
I'm in the constant state of squeezing my butt. No, you can't, but like when you're just standing there.
All right, now we're gonna do reverse.
But like when you're just standing there and you're like standing with your butt hanging out, you know?
I don't do that though.
Yeah, no, you're not too bad. But there is a lot of girls that I see that I'm like, oh.
Because I keep my hips pulled in.
Yeah, see, that's good. That's good. But I mean, to a certain degree, you can't really help it necessarily by the way your pelvis sits, the anterior pelvic tilt. Okay, get down. How does your low back feel?
It feels okay.
It feels okay? So her two trouble spots are her low back here and then CT for sure. It's a little bit locked up, she's a little tight. So I usually adjust her on this side first, just because the other side is kind of where the stress fracture is at, and I'm a little bit more cautious on that side.
Hurry, I'm falling!
Okay. And I can't do this to everyone, but she is smaller, so she fits on the bench. And she usually just goes on pre-stress and don't even have to drop on her, which is actually kind of nice. And then this side is the more delicate side. And this gets up into a little bit more into her lumbar spine. Did that go? Yeah, so that was pretty easy. That was pretty good for her. Then we'll get her neck too. How's your neck felt? I was gonna say, it feels pretty good. You always have these little spots. Okay, let's get your ankles too, just to check. Use your core, use your core. All right, so that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for checking it out. Give it a thumbs up for this gal, and I'll see you guys
In the next one.
in the next one.
I don't hear the words, but lips are moving. Tried to get involved, but I've about had enough. People walk